Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast, Tech Podcast 101. Today we have Soujanya R from Data Engineering from DataWeave. Welcome to the podcast, Soujanya. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
What is your career inspiration for joining software engineering field or CS field?
I liked learning the programming languages, everything. So from my engineering first year, I was not focused on like what to do next, what is my next goal. So after second year, I got into some competitions of IIT Bombay. So through that, I got inspired. So I just started learning things, and then I learned this. I had joined this IBM some internship, 2 months internship, where we did some projects related to data sets, data analysis. So I just got inspired by that, and I just followed my career path as like a data analyst or a data engineer. When in my final year, I got this opportunity in DataWeave company to start my career as a data engineer. So currently I'm working there.
Yeah, that's great. I wanted to ask, why did you join engineering? Is it forceful or you like really engineering field? Or
I liked engineering. I thought like better than doing BSc, MSc, everything. I felt like engineering is the best career option for me. So I can join
yeah,
IT companies also. So, and I was interested.
you
It
were
was my
interested in
choice.
programming.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great.
In computer. So I was interested in computer. So I searched for the computer courses, CS or IS.
Okay. Like when did you started your coding journey? Like before engineering, did you know to code?
No, no, no. I did PUC in biology, PCMB. My course was PCMB. So, but I was interested in computers. Then later in engineering, I started like I took information science and engineering as my course. Then first year I didn't had any knowledge about any of the programming. The first programming I was introduced was C programming, which I learned by myself because it was a COVID batch. So we had just
Yeah,
one sem in our college, and the other sem it was then the rest of the like 2 years it was work from from home itself. We had due to Corona. So at that time I started C programming just by myself watching YouTube videos. So I felt it was a bit okay easier. Then I said right, I took IBM internship for 2 months. So there they introduced us to Python programming language. So I just felt like Python is easier compared to all other language. So I just started learning, doing more programs, more coding questions in Python. So I
yeah, the
started from third sem.
third sem.
Yeah.
I am also from biology background. Like yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
felt like
I ca-
Python is a bit easier.
yeah, yeah. Python is the better. And even in our company, so I got a role as data engineer where we use Python programming itself. So it was a benefit for me and also to improve more in Python programming to expand my knowledge.
Okay, that's great, Saujanya. So, did you followed any roadmaps for your engineering life? So, like first year I should do this, second year I should do this, third year I should do this, fourth year like that.
Uh, no roadmap. I didn't had any roadmap. I just followed the flow. They'll say no, follow the flow. I just follow the flow. I
Yeah.
thought I like whatever I felt to doing. I just did that.
Okay.
I didn't had any roadmap.
Okay. Like, do you recommend roadmaps or not?
I don't think so. It depends on person to person. So if you have like goals set that I have to do this, I have to do that, so you can just have a roadmap. But I didn't have, so I knew what I have to do, what I'll become. So I didn't have any roadmap.
Yeah. So, why did you choose the data engineering field only? Like, what made you like so much interest in that?
Yeah, I said no. The internship thing, IBM as a data analyst. So I explored many tools related to that. So rapid miner tool, Tabule, Power BI, everything by myself after that internship and during my college days. So I felt like handling and doing some extraction thing through data and manipulating data, cleaning data, it made me more exciting. And to explore more on that, it was very like attracting me to do these such things. And big data is one of the most trending now. So handling big data is most very difficult thing. So for that we need Hadoop, everything. So I just thought like I'll go through data analysis for data as a data analyst, but I got an opportunity to be a data engineer. So I just carried out with that, and now I'm learning new things, which is very useful.
Yeah, like what is the main difference between data analyst and data engineering?
So data engineer basically we deals with huge volume of data, and also it's like where we use the Kafka, everything, big data tools. So data analyst is just analyzing the data trends, and we just give the insights to the client or customer or whoever asks to with some visualization. So we just what we do in data analysis is we take the data, we clean up if any uh, null values or something is there, some incorrect data point, and then we do some analysis in that. We'll extract some visualization, and then we show up to the client that see this is the trend. And sometimes companies business organization comes up and say that we have this data points, we need some growth value thing, so we want to know how our growth is going on and what should be the future point so that we can increase our company growth, everything. So through that we can give through data analysis we can do. So where we use different types of visualization tools like Power BI, which is most useful this thing nowadays. So through that we can do many extractions also. But data engineering deals with big data, like a huge volume of data, like Amazon website. It has very huge volume data. So processing that is very difficult. And there are like YouTube videos, all these data points, it will be very huge. It will be very difficult to process. So there comes big data tools like Hadoop, Apache Spark, everything. So in data analysis, we use pandas so to handle small set of data. But whereas in big data or data engineer, we use PySpark, everything. So PySpark, it will help in handling big data, process huge, like huge volume of data easily. So it has statistics also. So it in the data engineering also we have visualization. We also have the trends, like we show up the customers that this is the trend going on, everything. So basically we can do more in data engineer. So data analyst comes first, then comes data engineer, then comes data scientist.
Okay, like you mean like data engineering is more of engineering part and more processing and complex.
Yeah, that's it. We process more complex things. Like it's like a step by step. First, data analysis, it's a simple thing, like what we learned in Python programming language, like that. So advanced Python programming language comes like data engineer. So still more complex thing when we go up. So it's like data scientist in that way it is.
Data scientist. Yeah. So, do you recommend any YouTube channels or like did you watch any particular YouTube channels like for data engineering or
Uh,
data analyst part?
No, for data analysis, I did my own project at home during my free time. So I did small projects. For that, I used Kaggle website to get the data sets. But for data engineering, as I was introduced to in my company, so I just worked with many projects, different projects at my company itself. So I just got to know that I didn't follow any videos correctly exactly. Which I liked. I just randomly took and I was watching the videos and learning. I didn't had a particular.
So yeah, I was saying that did you read any documentation part
For which?
for data analyst or data engineering?
Yeah, IBM has many courses, small courses, so you can we can take up that. So there only they have given documentations, which will be very helpful for beginners. So I just gone through all those small things and then random YouTube videos and did many, like I said, no projects. Through that, I was able to get to know more.
Okay. So like what are the tools you mainly use in data analyst and data engineering part, which are most important?
So in data analysis, for data visualization, it's Power BI Tablet. So for beginners, Tablet is the best. So after learning through Tablet, then we can go up to Power BI because Power BI needs some corporate account which will be not accessible for us. So Tablet, we have Tablet Public where we can explore by ourselves. We can create visualization, analysis, everything. And also there is a rapid miner tool, so which will be very helpful for machine learning algorithms. Like if you want to uh, analyze some apply some machine learning algorithm models, so there the rapid miner tool is very good. So I have explored that. I felt it's good. And for data engineer, so Kafka, Kibana is there, which will be very helpful, and also AWS, Athena. All these are very important for data engineer. So
How
we
did you
have
got
Udemy courses also where we can take up this AWS and Athena thing, which will be very helpful.
okay, like like you have said many tools and technologies and also like courses. Like how did you got to know all these tools and technologies?
So for data analysis, I just like Googled it, like what is the data visualization tools which will be used. So it showed me Tableau, and one of my friends suggested that Tableau is good. So Rapid Miner also is good. So you can just try up there the machine learning algorithm. So I just tried and did some mini projects. So that gave me like I felt interesting in those. So I just did. For data engineer, this Kibana, Athena, everything, it's from our company. So we have to use that. So I learned that. That's it. So even I was not knowing, I just knew AWS is there, but for what purpose it is used and what and all is there in that also. So there are different studios inside that also, so which we can use. E2C tool is there, even that is also used. So like the different types of tools are there. So we need to explore one by one. That's it.
Yeah. So how did you prepare for your interview? Like what is the procedure? Did you do DSA and all?
Yeah, I learned some DSA questions through Lead Code. So I felt Lead Code is best platform for learning. So I did some questions through Lead Code. Also, for aptitude, like there are random websites in Google, so which will give us the questions. So we can just practice that before we sit to any interview questions. I mean for aptitude. And also for interview, like they'll ask what we have in our resume itself. So if we have mentioned something like we know Python programming, we know data structures, we know SQL, they'll ask the questions based on what we have put in our resume. So I knew that, and in my interview also they asked me the same thing. That too, they'll ask very simple questions related to data structure, dealing with list, dictionaries, everything. So I was able to answer that. It was for me it was quite easy, not much difficult.
Okay. Like for beginners, do you recommend Lead Code or any other platform?
Yeah, they can start in lead code because lead code has simple questions also. So there are levels, easy, medium, and high level. So through that we can go. Also hacker rank. So some companies prefer hacker rank. They'll give the test in hacker rank also. So hacker rank, hacker earth, and lead code. These three websites I had explored and I felt it's good. And for any like binary search programs or any other list programs, that data structure programs is the best website which gives us a code snippet which is very understandable and easier to analyze also.
Okay. So like how many problems you have done till now in Lead Code, HackerRank and HackerEarth? Total problems.
I
Approx.
don't remember. I was just doing it randomly. I didn't count how many I did. I did many, but I don't know the exact count.
Okay. Like can you tell any approx guess and all? Like how much we should do? What is
No,
that?
it depends. Like if it depends on the person to person. Like how you grasp the concepts, how you grasp the logics, everything. So if you are able to click the logic by reading the question, so no need to solve much questions because you'll be already knowing. So this is the problem statement. So you can analyzing the problem statement is the very major thing what we have to do. So that plays a role. So I don't know how much problems I have solved because I randomly solve through HackerRank, HackerEarth, and LeetCode, even SQL questions, everything.
Okay. So, like, we have seen that you have done many courses in NPTL. Like,
Yeah.
how did you know about that, and how did it became helpful for you during your placement?
So NPTL courses. So when I was in first year, first sem, so they said our faculty informed that there is this course which you can take up. And when we came to fifth sem, fourth sem, they informed that you will get a credit points. So, and also you can learn many courses related to your subjects or non-related to your subjects, which will help you. So I just looked into the this question paper samples in the Google, which we will be able to get. So I thought it will help me in like it will get out my fear like facing the exams. So basically it was full of MCQ exams. So there are very complex subjects courses also like AIML, ML also, and separate artificial intelligence courses. So for first time I took that artificial intelligence course and I really felt it was very difficult. I was not able to solve any assignment questions. It was too complicated. But later on, when we had the subject artificial intelligence in our seventh sem, then I felt it was easy. Then I took. But in exam, when I sat in the exam, it was a computer-based exam. So the questions were very like tricky also. Some questions were tricky, some were easy. So the tricky programming questions were very helpful for me. I thought it helped me a lot to improve my logics things, everything. So in assignments also in some of the videos they explain how to take up the problems, everything. So it helped me the way I think, the way I solve my problems, everything, programs, everything. So it is
Yeah,
better, it
NP,
is good to take that exam. So it is not the thing like you take the course and you just complete, but if we take the exam, then only it will be very helpful. We'll get to know ourselves, how it is, where we are actually lagging, everything.
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So coming to that, like you have done internship in DataWeave firstly. So how was your internship, and when did you started your internship at which sem of your college?
So I started my internship at 7th sem itself. So in 6th sem, I got placed. So in 7th sem, February, my internship started. So we were directly introduced to team and introduced to projects. We were given live projects. We were like encouraged to work on live projects and also connect with our clients, everything. So it was a great experience, internship. It was not internship for namesake, it was internship, but it was a full-time job itself. So I just explored new things in internship also. I was very happy that I worked there. It was a good experience.
Yeah, like what were the challenges you had in your internship?
Yeah, I said no, like I focused more on analyst role, and I just had learned that Power BI everything. But here it was completely a bit different. We had to learn about Kibana, Kafka, and also AWS, everything. So starting felt a bit difficult, and we basically do web scraping. So there will be many blocking websites. We need to handle all those. So firstly, I felt a bit slow. I was slow in that debugging everything. But later on, I picked up, and because there were more projects which we used to handle, so it was very good experience. So I just picked up there and started learning new things.
Yeah, that's great, Soujanya. Yeah. So the thing is, like, what will you advise your juniors or freshers like us for who is aspiring, like one who is aspiring for data engineering roles?
So need to be very good in any programming language. at least to be known like basics of that programming language. So if they are given any questions, simple questions, they should be able to solve. Also, SQL plays the major role. So SQL, you have to be strong in SQL. Though it's a basic, sometimes we face difficulties in writing simple queries. So SQL. So with these things, and also if you know about like Selenium, which is used for web scraping, everything, so it will be good. So it depends to company. So in we do web scraping, so we have different tools. So in the other companies, data engineer role means it is a different role for them. So it depends from company to company on their tools, on their what actually they are doing in their company, what actual products they are selling, what is their role, everything. It depends.
Yeah, like what are the general must-have skills or technologies we should know for data engineering? General in general.
Yeah, Hadoop, like big data tools. So as I said, Kibana, everything. So if you know about a little about Kibana, AWS is a very plus point. So if you know about AWS, it's very good. Trying to explore all these things will be helpful.
Yeah,
Also AWS, once you explore AWS, you'll get to know some more deeper things inside AWS itself. So Athena, everything. So you can just explore those. So now there is some other SQL tools also like DuckDB, everything. So exploring all those new technologies which are latest. So it will be very good. It will be helpful.
yeah, like you said, like many tools and technologies to like learn and to explore. Like, how did you manage your time to explore all these technologies in your college days?
So I Power BI, like I had kept some timings like in weekends or some other days whenever I get free time, if I don't have anything else to do. So I used to explore those tools and technologies. But when once I entered the company, it was like for projects, I had to use that. So parallelly, I was watching the videos and I learned them and took help of my seniors also to learn, to understand the concepts like the tools, how they work, how to use everything. So
Yeah.
everything is available on YouTube videos, also in Google. Also now there is a chat GPT which can help you still more better. So you can explore like in those websites everything.
Yes. Like you are saying, like we should make a schedule of like what should we do, what should be done, and what are the tasks we need to do. Like perfect planning and all, right?
I don't say it as a perfect planning because what we plan sometimes will not work out.
Yeah.
So if you have a free time, you're sitting simply, you have all the courses done, means your college work done, and if you're feeling bored, you watch movies. So after watching movies also sometimes you feel bored, so just go up, take some take some random videos, watch it, and think of what we can do for think of any projects, problem statements, and try to solve by yourself. You only create a new problem statement and do it, or else you ask any of your seniors, like who are working or who are non-working, ask them, do you have any problem statement, like any questions which can be solved like this? I want in this domain. So choose your domain and you can take help from anywhere. Even Google can assist you, even ChatGPT can assist you in giving the problem statements. So just
Yeah.
take up a free time. Weekends all full day it will be like free itself, because now I heard that we do have given like second and fourth Saturdays as holiday.
Yeah.
So you can use those weekends to do. Keep all your projects, any projects on the weekends, your personal projects basically. So it will add up to your resume. It might help in your like in your interviews also, when the recruiter comes and sees the resume, when they see the projects listed, they might ask you, what are those projects you worked on? How did you do? Is it your college or your personal thing? So you can say it was your by interest. You did these projects, and this is the things which I explored. So they'll feel like you're open to knowledge, like you're open to work, everything. So there is some plus points also in that.
Yeah. Like you said, resume. Like how much resume is important, and what is the proper format of resume, and what should we add in resume?
So resume should be one page within one page, and it should not be clumsy. So you should just add your experience. So since you are or someone, every juniors or freshers, so there will be no experience. But they can add projects. Under projects, you can just mention the title of your project and 2-3 lines of description of what you did in your project. So what are the main tools, technologies you used in the project? Keywords. Just we need the keywords. So you should not fill up the resume with entire story. So story means it's like a CV. So yours as a fresher, it should be a resume. So you have to just add some keywords which you used, key technologies basically in under your projects, and also your skills, like what skills you have, AI skills, ML program, which programming language or which tools did you explore. So what happened is, since now it is a AI, so everywhere it is a AI, artificial intelligence. So they have some systems where they run through, they just pass the resume and they'll search for the keywords in the resume. Like if the keywords matches the resume and the company's opening role, so they'll just shortlist those resumes and they'll keep a interview. So now it works like that. So keep as much as short as you can in your resume. Don't add the big stories. We need to keep it as a short.
like bullet points and
Not exactly as a bullet point also. So if you add it like a bullet points, it will take number of pages. So it should be like a 2 column, and you have to it can be a 2 column or 1 column, but it should be simple, and when anyone looks into that, they should not feel that you have filled something in your resume. It is like completely filled paper. When you see your any newspaper which is very filled of every news, and you can't find what particular news which you want to search, so it will be like that. So what you have to do, it should be clear, clean, just points comma separated also, it is also acceptable. So just keep technologies key points, not much than that.
yeah, that's true. Resume plays like important role in placements and all, and only HR sees only for 6 seconds or 10 seconds resume.
Yeah, they'll see the only key points which you have mentioned, the skills which you have. So they just check that. And in projects also, what technologies you have used, that they'll check. So you have to mention only those, not the description.
Yeah. So the next question I wanted to ask is like recession is going on and the placement is also not so good in every college of India. Like what do you advise for students? Like how can they get placements or internships?
So by March, they are saying the recession will end. So try to go into the startup companies rather than big companies. So you will be having growth in startup companies. So they'll invest on you also, and so where you will be having some time to learn new things. So many startup companies are hiring, just that people see on salaries, and they just ignore the startup companies, that if they go there, they won't be having any growth, everything, such things. But actual thing is, when if we go to startup companies only, we'll be having growth, because we'll be explored, open to new concepts, new work culture, new work things, where we learn many things, new things which we won't be knowing also. So which might help. So if we just randomly go to big companies, yeah, the salary might be good, and also HP company, all these companies are good. I'm not saying that is bad. You should not try there. But if you get an opportunity of startup company, just go into there, try some work, do some work, get some experience, learn good things, learn tools and technologies, and then you can just switch up.
Yeah, thank you,
Don't completely
Soujanya.
depend on salaries. So they might pay you good salary, they might not pay you. So there are mass recruiters like Cognizant, everything. So they might not pay big more money, but the work there you do is very little, because it's a mass, there will be more people. So the exploration of your knowledge and everything, it won't be much. You'll be you'll be very like focused on only little things. You won't be knowing many things. You won't get an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, like in startups, we need to learn everything from, you know, a software engineer, data role, and every role we will explore in startups.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next is like, what is the future of data engineering roles? Like how it will, what is the future of data engineering roles?
It's actually booming. So since there are many websites which have many data points. So data engineering, it's a booming role. And data scientist, if you become a data scientist, it's a highest paid salary nowadays for data scientists. So it is better than software developer. Means salary wise, I'm saying also the concept wise and the knowledge wise, everything. So it's booming.
So the next is like, does CGPA matters?
It doesn't matter. It's just the way to enter to the company. That's it. Company interview. So to get your resume get shortlisted, for you to be get shortlisted, they'll have some CGPA like 8.5. If you just have 8.5 and above, that's enough. 7.5 and above, that's enough. That doesn't matter much. It's your personal interest. If you want to take more than 9 or something, you can just opt. But I don't feel like that matters a lot because there are many startup companies who are hiring people who have many backlogs also. So they doesn't check on the CGPA. They just check how you are, like, are you able to explore things? Are you open to work? Are you open to knowledge? Like, you can you gain the knowledge and you learn new things as quick as possible? How do you do if we give any task to you? How much time do you take exactly to complete a task? That matters. So they'll check out that through interviews only. They'll get to know you in interviews itself. So I don't think so. It matters a lot. It matters a little, 5-10%.
Yeah, like it's only like gateway for like getting into interviews. So have you participated in hackathons?
No, not really. I have not participated. No.
Okay. So like how do you stay up to date with the latest advancements in data technologies?
So we need to check out through news everything. So Google is the best thing. So sometimes we get notification that this new tool has been built up. So this and also ChatGPT. So ChatGPT have data till only 2020. It doesn't have the latest news, but yeah, sometimes it will help us in exploring.
Like have you subscribed to any particular newsletters?
No. So like if while doing some projects task, so something comes up, so I need help from Google to take up the task. So I'll just randomly Google it. So I'll get to know the new tool which is coming up. So which will help in my task. I'll just explore that and I'll try to use that. That's how I use the new tools. If I'll get to know based on the task and while doing work parallelly, I'll get to know the new tools.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Saujanya. Thank you so much for joining us today for the episode.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
inviting. I'm very glad that you gave me opportunity to uh, assist or say something to my juniors, which will be helpful for them also.
Yeah. Your advice and your experience, your insights are very helpful for us. Thank you so much. Bye.